What's up, everybody, man? We got another show coming on. We got freaking Sunday morning start sit. So I'm going through, I have a lot of questions here. I'm going to go down just per usual. There's going to be some questions flying in, and I'm going to go as they come. So rapid fire. I might keep moving quick, but that's how we do it. We got a couple more people coming. Matt, fantasy salesman. We got size 13, possibly. Hey, shout out to Owen NFL. Shout out to Keith who's doing his bowling thing right now. Um, Man, I'm ready to rock. So first question we got pick two out of Jacoby Myers. We have Higgins, Brandon Cooks, Michael Pittman, or Jamison Crowder. So Jacoby Meyer, T. Higgins, Brandon Cooks, Michael Pittman, or Jamison Crowder. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go Jacoby Meyer because he's been on fire lately. He's been one of the top wide receivers over the last several weeks. He threw for a touchdown, caught a couple of passes. It looks like he's got a great rapport. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm gonna go Brandon Cooks. And I know Stephon Gilmore is starting guys, but it looks like we are in a situation to where gonna have a revenge game. He's got a great situation with Deshaun Watson, who's been on fire lately, and Watson seems to like their rapport is like just rocking. So if I'm a rocking and I'm a rolling, thank you FFA dash Mark. I'm gonna go ahead and just say also I'm gonna go Noah Fant over Godert because it looks like the quarterback situation, Locke has had an injury. So I think that, those deep passes aren't going to be there. Noah Fant across the middle is going to have to be one of the primary focuses. So I'm going Fant, Jacoby Myers, and Brandon Cooks on that one. I like Michael Pittman a lot. He's coming along. So if you listen to the podcast, we've talked about him a lot. Keep rocking, baby. So we got another question. We got um, McKissick or Mike Davis. I think this is a slam dunk. I'm going to go Mike Davis. I understand that McKissick had about 11 targets last week or more. But I'm going to say Balaj. He's going against his old team, the New York Jets. He's motivated. Revenge game, baby. Again, we're talking revenge. I love those revenge games. These players get motivated. And you know what? Um, Balaj has been getting a lot of volume. It doesn't look like Joshua Kelly is favorable to that, LA, that LA regime right now. So it looks like Balaj is going to see a full workload, and I think he's going to have a chance to score a touchdown, maybe two. We'll see what happens, right? Um, I know in DraftKings he's going for 5,600, so that should say something. They expect him to do some numbers. So shout out to everyone playing DraftKings. I do think Kalen Balaj gets a touchdown for $5,600. That's not bad. And this is from Will Jr. 318. We're going. He wants to know if we should go Robert Woods or AJ Brown, or I'm sorry, Antonio Brown from Tampa Bay. So Robert Woods or Antonio Brown from Tampa Bay. You know what, guys? I do think that Antonio Brown is one of these weeks is going to have a big week, and he's playing on prime time. But there's a lot of mouths to feed over there. They got Rob Gronkowski who catches touchdowns, Mike Evans who, is their primary weapon, and Chris Godwin who's probably their best overall, you know, um, move the chains type guy. Chris Godwin is, one of those guys where he should be getting, 8 targets a game, regardless of, injured or not. And I think that he has the bigger game of everybody. So I'm going to go Robert Woods over Antonio Brown and Mike Davis over McKissick for that one. Um, the next question is from Brandon Havranek on Twitter. And his question is Jared Cook or Austin Hooper? Man, another great question. I think that Jared Cook with Drew Brees is a strong connection. However, we've seen that Drew Brees has 11 cracked ribs, and he's out for the next 3 games, which is a bummer to those guys who were banking on that Jared Cook connection. But thankfully, Austin Hooper is your other option, Mr. Brandon Havranek. So with Odell Beckham gone, it doesn't look like Higgins has gotten a lot of. It doesn't seem like Higgins is a factor in that Browns offense. Besides, they run the ball a lot. So I'm thinking play action, hit Hooper across the middle, possibly a touchdown. The weather looks like it's not going to be as great either. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Austin Hooper over Jared Cook. And thank you, Matt. I love that you added that on there, man. Thank you. So Austin Hooper for sure over Jared Cook on that day. And TD upside is what I'm going at. The next question I have here are pick 2 for PPR. So we have James Conner. We have Giovanni Bernard. We have Damian Harris. And this is from Green Acre on Twitter. Thank you for the question, Green Acre on Twitter. I am going to go with James Conner. I am going to go with Giovanni Bernard over Damian Harris. I do understand that Damian Harris has had a couple 100-yard games when he plays. I will say this. Sony Michel is back. Rex Burkhead has been involved in the pass game. James White is still there. And Cam Newton is that guy who still, will get a few rushing touchdowns. So to me, Damian Harris's ceiling is capped. I do like the matchup with James Conner going against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's defense, Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers are 9-0. So James Conner should get the chance to score a touchdown. We got the interesting news that Joe Mixon, who's been out several weeks now, is going to be out on IR for the next 3 weeks. So if you've added Giovanni Bernard, like we suggested, we talked about handcuffing RBs from day one. Giovanni Bernard is that handcuff, and if it's PPR like it says the question is going to be, we're definitely going James Conner and Giovanni Bernard. Giovanni Bernard's going to get the catches. He's going against a Washington defense that should put up a good fight. I think it's going to go back and forth. Alex Smith likes to throw the ball. We know that Joe Burrow can sling that rock. So I'm expecting some checkdowns to Bernard. I'm thinking possibly a touchdown. So James Conner and Bernard are the ones. Next question. Thank you for that question. I think that was a really good one. This is from Jordan Crow 21 on Twitter. The question is Teddy Bridgewater or Jared Goff? Great, a QB question. Nice switch up here. Jared Goff or Teddy Bridgewater? Nice. So we all know that Teddy Bridgewater had an injury a couple years ago, and he was out. His comeback season was awesome. He was on the Saints. He went 5-0, and then he got that big contract from the Carolina Panthers. Fast forward to today, he's had a up and down season, and just this past week he had a injury scare with his leg. Yes, we are concerned because he's coming back off of injury pretty fast. So I'm gonna X out Teddy Bridgewater this week, and I'm gonna go pivot to Jared Goff. Jared Goff is playing against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. More importantly, he's playing against Tampa Tom, the GOAT, Tom Brady. Whenever you play against Tom Brady, you got to bring your A game. So, not to mention, this game is on Monday Night Football. So the Rams, who have a solid record against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have a solid record, I expect some high scoring. I expect Jared Goff to throw for 2 or 3 touchdowns and go for possibly 250, 300 yards, because when you're going against Tom Brady, who is motivated on Monday Night Football, you're going to have to put up some numbers or you're going to get blown out. So bottom line is Jared Goff is the play here. I think that he's got the talent and the personnel to spread that rock around. I hope you like it, Jordan Crow. I answered your question live. Let's see what else we got, guys. I'm looking live at the phone right here. Boom, boom. You see it? These are questions coming in. So the next one is pick two, and this is Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore. And then, yep, I think that I'm going to go with Julio Jones. Yes, Julio Jones. And this is going to be Calvin Ridley over DJ Moore. So Julio and Calvin Ridley. I'm going to go with the teammates. And the reason is because New Orleans is missing Drew Brees. Matt Ryan has a great rapport with Calvin and Julio, of course. And Marshawn Lattimore is out. I report Marshawn Lattimore is out for the Saints. Marshawn Lattimore is the best corner for the Saints. And with no Marshawn Lattimore, I'm going Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. Great. This question here is, probably closer than it appears. To me, it's a slam dunk answer, but from Chippin HD on Twitter, I'm answering the question AJ Brown or Marvin Jones Jr. So Marvin Jones Jr. with, Matt Stafford. There's no Kenny Golladay. There's no Danny Amendola. So it looks like Marvin Jones and Hall are the two top wide receivers over there. But you know what? I'm going AJ Brown. AJ Brown had a terrible week last week, and I think that he bounces back. He's playing against a tough Baltimore defense, but they're going to need to throw the ball. They're going to need to score some points. The Ravens are always the players that the team as a whole, they're able to get wins, whether that's through running the ball or throwing the ball. They're going to have to put the Tennessee Titans are going to have to put up some points. And the way I see it, I think that AJ Brown bounces back. He's been scoring a lot of touchdowns, so I don't see why he can't score another touchdown this week. That'd be great because I have him in a couple of leagues. Awesome. So I think the AJ Brown's upside is significantly higher than Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones is one of those players that he's going to get some opportunities, but AJ Brown is the numero uno over there. Yeah, Corey Davis is there too, but AJ Brown, they got to get him going. The bottom line is they got to get AJ Brown going. Him and Derrick Henry are their breadwinners, and I don't see why Ryan Tannehill won't put the ball in his hands in this big game. So the next question we got here, looking live on Twitter as well. We're going to go from, it's PPR scoring. It's from Rambo Riggs on Twitter. Rambo Riggs. You heard that right. I love the Twitter name, Rambo Riggs. And the options are Gio Bernard, Kalen Ballage, Naheem Hines, or Brandon Cooks. And it's pick two. So we got Gio Bernard, Kalen Ballage, Naheem Hines, or Brandon Cooks. Those are the four options, and I need to pick two. So I'm going to go ahead and go with, if we're talking about PPR scoring, I got to go with my guy, Gio Bernard. And the reason why is because there's no Joe Mixon. They're going to have to go against, a Washington defense where, it may be tough running the ball, but I think he's going to get enough catches to make it relevant. So Gio's going to be on there. He's my lock out of the four. And then I'm going I saw the, Fantasy Pros update that Naheem Hines is going to get majority of the carries, but I really don't believe Frank Wright because the way he uses Wilkins and John Taylor and Naheem Hines blew up last week. So I'm going to go ahead and X him out. Just my law of David that says that, some of these streaky players, they can't blow up twice in a row. That's literally my sole reasoning on that one. So strike me down, Lord, if you tell me otherwise. But I really believe that Naheem Hines is not going to have another 2-touchdown game this week. I could be wrong, but I'm definitely going Gio Bernard on this one. And then I'm going to go, Brandon Cooks is an interesting game because he's playing against his old team, the New England Patriots. And, as much as I really want to see him do a blow up game against the Patriots, you know, wide receivers having a blow up game against the Patriots is not always what happens, especially with Stephon Gilmore back in the mix. So I'm gonna go Kalen Ballage and Gio Bernard. And the reason why I'm going Kalen Ballage is because he's going against his New York Jets former team, and I think he's going to score a touchdown. And I think Gio Bernard is going to get catches. So Kalen Ballage and Gio Bernard. Thank you, Rambo Riggs, for the question. That was good. Let's see what we got here for the next question. So we have pick two out of these three. So Robert Woods, Todd Gurley, or Ezekiel Elliott. Pick two. This is from Decent Valley Club on Twitter. Robert Woods, Todd Gurley, or Ezekiel Elliott. You know what? This is a funny question because in the beginning of the season, Ezekiel Elliott's a smash play always. And I'm going to go ahead and say Ezekiel Elliott and Todd Gurley. The reasons why are Todd Gurley is a TD machine, and Ezekiel Elliott has had a less than par season to his standards, but he just had a bye. My guess is over the bye, they were able to, drum up some plays over there in Dallas, Dallas Jerry world that says, hey, I need to get my best player the ball. And that best player is Ezekiel Elliott. My bread and butter, run the ball. They're still in play to win the division because that division is just so terrible. So if they can get Ezekiel Elliott more touches, I think they have a good chance at winning ball games. So I'm going Ezekiel Elliott and Todd Gurley for that question. Thank you, Decent Valley Club, for the question. Okay, I have another question here. And let's see. Which two do I start out of the four? I have Ezekiel Elliott. I have Mike Davis. I have J.D. McKissick or Kalen Ballage. Which four do I start? So I'm typing as I'm going, and I'm going Zeke and Mike Davis. Answering live on the stream for you, Mr. Ivan / Browning. Check us out. So, you know what, man? Again, I just talked about Zeke. So Jerry's World is drumming up some plays for him coming out of the bye. I think that he's fresher. And then Mike Davis. Yeah, Mike Davis has had the reason why I'm going Mike Davis over Ballage, because I just talked up Ballage. I'm going Mike Davis, even though he's had a kind of, ho-hum last couple weeks. I'm going Mike Davis because it's PPR. And the Mike Davis that we saw initially when he was fresh and he knew he was a starter was pretty much a game changer. He didn't seem like he skipped a beat. So I'm banking that the last 2 to 3 games of Mike Davis was just a nick in the armor, and that Mike Davis is going to show you that he can catch passes and he can be that player, knowing that your quarterback is slightly injured and that Christian McCaffrey is ruled out. So, Mike Davis and Zeke Elliott, thank you, Ivan Browning. I went ahead and answered you live, brother. Shout out to you. Next question. Let's see. We got Superflex League, 1 point PPR, need 2 RBs. So, whoa, you need 2 RBs and a flex. Wow, you really have all these great options. That's awesome. So, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Giovanni Bernard, Alex Smith, and Stafford. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely go Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb for the two RBs, and then for your super flex. Guys, whenever you have a super flex and you have a quarterback who can put up 20 points, I'm always going quarterback, and it looks like your options for super flex are Giovanni Bernard, Alex Smith, or Stafford. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I know Stafford's a little bit injured, but he still put up 20 plus points. Alex Smith, he had 30 something completions and a hell of a lot of yards, but he didn't score a lot of touch. He didn't throw a lot of touchdowns. I'm gonna go. You know what? Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, and I'm going Alex Smith this week. I think Alex Smith throws a couple touchdowns against Cincinnati. Cincinnati is going to put up some points, and they're going to go back and forth. So, Lord, strike me down, but I'm going Alex Smith over Matt Stafford this week, just for this week only, guys. This week only because of the matchup. So I'm typing this in right now. D. Henry and Nick Chubb for RB plus Alex Smith this week. Boom. It's in, guys. It's in. You see it. If I said it, I meant it. And if I said it, I meant it 1,000 times. So the next question we got here, guys, and this is pretty cool. How about we just go over at NFL Wiz's tight end rankings real quick? He's got Kels. He's got Taysom Hill, who's eligible in ESPN leagues. Guys, I got to talk about this real quick. If you have an ESPN league and Taysom Hill is on the waivers, pick him up and put him in your tight end spot. That is a spot where you're pretty much hacking the system. You're in a super flex league where you didn't know you can play super flex. So having two QBs is always a plus. So throw Taysom Hill in there, unless, of course, you have Travis Kelce, because keep Kelce in there. So his tight end weekends are at NFL Wiz, Travis Kelce, Taysom Hill, Darren Waller, Mark Andrews, Hawkinson, Hunter Henry, Dallas Goedert, Hayden Hurst, Gronkowski, and Fan. I like it. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead and like that. And I'm going to send those eye emojis too, bro. And with a live shout out. Boom. Fantasy Wiz. I just gave you a quick little shout out. If you want to hop on the live stream or podcast, hit me up, man. We'll talk about it because I like your rankings. Let's see. Oh, this is a spicy question. So from Jilla in Manila, literally, Jilla in Manila, Leonard Fournette or Michael Thomas? Yeah, I'm going to go Michael Thomas. I understand that his quarterback isn't going to be Drew Brees, but I'm going to go ahead and say this, guys. Michael Thomas is Michael Thomas, and I think they have to start feeding him. They have to get him the ball. We talked about it on our podcast earlier in the week, me and Matt, Fantasy Salesman. Shout out to Matt, always doing a great job, especially right now on the production side. Happily married for the first couple of months, and couldn't be prouder to have a partner like you, brother. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go ahead and highlight the fact that it's Leonard Fournette or Michael Thomas. Yeah, we're going Michael Thomas, guys. Don't overthink this. At the end of the day, Michael Thomas is probably a first-round pick, and he deserves to be in there, especially since he had a kind of off 2 weeks. I think they get him going. Michael Thomas, guys. Michael freaking Thomas. Yes, you see it. It's on the bottom there, guys. Michael Thomas. No need to fret. Just go ahead and go with your gut. You see it. We believe it. We're going with Michael Thomas. Let's go. Let's go. That deserves one of those. I need a little bit of a Gatorade here because, man, I wanted to yell at the screen when I saw that question. Okay. So we got another question here. Who to start in my flex? And this is from, I can't even pronounce the name, but awesome. It is James Conner or DJ Moore. James Conner or DJ Moore. Okay. So I understand that DJ Moore started the game super fast last week. He had a touchdown. He looked fast. He looked like DJ Moore of 2019. The emerging wide receiver that we saw, we love. DJ Moore is one of those guys where, any play he can go for an 80-yard touchdown. But I'm going to go ahead and pivot to my guy, James Conner. And whenever I think about James Conner, I think about my guy Steve in one of my leagues, James, the commish on Twitter, if anyone knows him. So he's big on James Conner, and he would he would be laughing his ass off, to say the least, if he saw this question, because he would say James Conner for days. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback off that and go James Conner. He's going against a Jacksonville defense, and they're 9-0. I expect them to keep moving the ball down the field. Big Ben has done a great job of spreading the ball around, but I think it's James Conner who has the opportunity to score a touchdown on the ground. So James Conner over DJ Moore for that one for sure. Thank you, AJ. Make it happen 7 on Twitter. AJ, make it happen 7 on Twitter. Thank you for the question. We got okay, this is sweet. This is a good one. Okay, this is from Bond Rules. Bond Rules, everybody. You see it. Which two? Duke Johnson, Salvin Ahmed, Damian Harris, or Balaj? Ooh, and Gio Bernard is available. Oh, for sure. This is PPO. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going Matt Stafford over Taysom Hill. Because we don't know what to expect from Hill. I do think he'll get some rushing yards, but there's still that possibility that he could get pulled for Jameis Winston. So I'm not trusting Taysom Hill as my QB1, but I will go for sure Matt Stafford over him, even with the ligament damage to his thumb. And then so Duke Johnson, Ahmed, Damian Harris, or Balaj. I'm going Gio Bernard, and I'm going Kalen Balaj. Slightly over Duke Johnson, but I'm going Kalen Balaj because he has TD upside and Gio Bernard. If it's PPR, I'm going Duke Johnson and Gio Bernard, and I'm not looking back. So there you go. Thank you, Bond Rolls. I'll go ahead and type in the response here. Gio Bernard and Duke Johnson in PPR with Balaj. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Looking fresh, looking good, as always. Cheers, salud. You got a little whiskey in that coffee or not?
Nah, not this morning. It's Sunday morning, bro. I gotta be focused.
I didn't even think you went to sleep, brother. You're freshly married.
I got a few minutes of sleep.
No worries at
Kalen
all.
Balaj really irks me, man. Kalen Balaj, I feel like every season he has like a week or two that he's just nuts. He comes in and he gets the ball a couple times, and then he just fades out. It's just rough for me. Even though you should be, a lot of people are looking at running backs right now, and I picked him up in a few leagues just because I needed to. But
Speculative, huh?
Bro.
Well, it's honestly it's a speculative ad. I feel like at this point in the season, you kind of ad first, think later, and then if it plays out, it plays out. And a lot of the times, the player that you're going to drop, it's not
Yeah,
somebody you're starting anyway, right?
yeah, it's one of your deep bench guys. And running backs, you know me. You get as many as you need and more. And Kalen Balaj, like you said, speculative ad. He could be productive. He should be productive, but it's Kalen Balaj. So we'll see. You've been knocking out these
Absolutely.
questions, bro. I mean,
I,
start
I'm.
sits. I think you hit like 45 questions, something like that in 20 minutes. That's nuts.
You know what, brother? It's one of those things where you got to work hard. And I have another question actually. Speaking of
Mm,
questions, should we keep it rocking? Yeah, yeah.
let's do it. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, absolutely. Um, so we have in a half point PPR flex. Do we go Antonio Gibson? Do we go Mike Evans? Or do we go T. Higgins? Half point PPR
Ooh,
flex. Antonio Gibson, Mike Evans, or T. Higgins. I'll go with mine real quick. And I'm going to say Antonio Gibson. And he had 2 TDs last week. He's getting ample opportunity with Alex Smith. He's running the ball. He's catching passes. I don't see how you can't start him.
yeah,
Mike Evans is going against Jalen Ramsey. I don't like that matchup, but I do like T.
yeah,
Higgins
not
too.
enough. that's
What?
that's kind of where I was gonna go. Is like Gibson or Higgins. It's hard for me not to go with Gibson when he's getting the usage that he is in this offense. Washington knows what they're doing with him, and he's showing himself as one of the strongest rookie running backs this season. So Gibson,
Awesome,
it's all the way.
awesome.
Higgins definitely competes for it, but nah, not enough.
So we got another question here, and kind of like what you said, we can just keep banging them out. We have full point PPR need two: Deontay Johnson, Duke Johnson, Gio Bernard, Antonio Brown, or Travis Fulgham.
Mm,
So we
this one's
got
rough.
Deontay,
Deontay.
Duke,
So we got the
Gio,
D Johnson, Geo. I
Antonio
think
Brown,
and
or
Fulgham, right?
Fulgham. Yep.
Antonio Brown. Oof. I think
Uh,
Geo. Um,
PPR.
he's been pretty
Remember too.
consistent with that use. Well, yeah.
I'll go.
Fulgham. He hit a snag last week. What are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you thinking?
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm going Gio Bernard, like you said, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pivot to Duke Johnson because he kind of had a ho hum week, and it was his first week without David Johnson. But I think that now he's gonna
Yeah.
get a few more catches, and that's kind of what he was known as for catches. So I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna go Duke Johnson and Gio Bernard. I think Duke Johnson has a bounce back and possibly scores a touchdown this week. But I do
Yeah.
I feel I have that feel it in my bones, like that Antonio Brown is going to have not necessarily this week, but coming soon, like a big week. So look out for that too, guys. If he's on your waiver wire,
I
you can
mean,
a speculative ad,
yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't had one of those weeks yet.
right?
Yeah. I mean, if he's on the waiver wire, you should be picking him up. What's up? Because a lot of
So we
guys
got
right now are struggling to get that dub so they can get in the playoffs.
another question,
Geo
guys.
and Damian Harris. Man, Damian Harris keeps coming in.
Yep, J.D. McKissick, Gio Bernard, or Damian Harris. A
Oh,
lot of these
McKissick.
guys are guys that were picked up on the waiver wire. So,
Yeah.
I understand why the listeners are definitely have questions about him, because it's like I added this guy, should I start him, this game is really this week's really important on my playoff standings, kind of thing. Like so again, I'm going Jay McKissick had a lot of catches last week. I'm not sure if he's gonna repeat that type of volume for catches. Damian Harris had 100 yards last week. And he's looked like he's been a back that you can semi trust.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Gio Bernard and I'm going Damian Harris because it looks like Damian Harris is getting the bulk of the carries. Even though I hate to go with
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna go McKissick and Gio Bernard. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm going J.D. McKissick
Yeah.
and Gio Bernard because I just remembered that Sony Michel's back. They got James White, Rex Burkhead's been involved, and it just feels like I'm screwing myself if I don't. What's up, size 13?
Good morning,
Big
No,
fellas.
for
things
sure.
popping, baby.
What's up,
Big things
13?
popping.
Yes,
Yeah, I was
sir.
gonna say something about. Yeah, how's it going, man?
We were
Good
just
morning.
discussing
How's the morning treating you?
a
Good
question
morning.
here mid
Great.
sentence, but no worry. Just wanted to put this on your radar
Uh-huh.
too. We got
Gio,
McKissick.
McKissick, or Harris?
It is
Ooh,
half
I
point
caught the tail
PPR.
end. I caught the
Oh, did
tail end
you?
of what I was talking about. I'll go with
Okay.
Damien, man. Even with Michelle, even with Michelle coming back, I'm not afraid of that. So I'll go with the hot.
Ooh, spicy, baby, spicy. I love it. That's
Yeah.
why I was originally going. That's why originally I was going Harris because of
Mhm.
that fun fact
No,
right there.
so I gotta say something. Harris
Sure.
has been a part of this offense for a better part of this season, 5 games, 6 games, and he's got 1 touchdown.
Oh,
It's just that hurts. Like, yeah, you're getting the yardage, but that's not gonna help much unless you can
true.
capitalize at the end of the field. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm like, he's getting the usage, and hopefully one of these games he'll get a touchdown or two or whatever. But that's what really
But
hesitates me
you know what?
from playing
Let me
him.
go with McKissick because you got Rex Burkhead in there still in touchdowns. Cam may get a touchdown. So you're right. As far, yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that backfield actually.
It's
So yeah.
How about we
never
got another one,
as
guys.
long as Belichick is at the helm. What is this one? It's hard
Geo
for
Gio
me
or
to.
Hunt?
Bernard, Gio or Cream
I'm
Hunt.
old.
I
Gio
know.
Bernard,
Ooh.
full PPR. Gio Bernard or Cream Hunt. What say you? Size 13.
What's
Well, it looks as though for the next 3 weeks, Geo has that backfield to himself. So I will go with Geo in this case.
okay?
Yeah, I'll go with Geo.
Why?
Um, well, like I said, he got the backfield to himself,
That
and
helps.
that does help. And he has a high reception floor, but Kareem Hunt does also. But Nick Chubb is back, so that kind of dampens his fantasy projections. So I would have to go with and I'm talking about the negative game script also. So I would have to go with Geo as well for that reason as well.
All right,
Yeah. So
fellas.
it's rough. I mean, it's a good one, but I got to go Hunt just because of that
Okay.
upside. I think he has a lot of upside, and especially with Chubb there.
Mm-hmm.
When Hunt, excuse me, is fresh every time he gets on that field, and he can take it to the house. We know Hunt, so
Yeah,
I'm going him.
that's true.
All right, so what's this one?
Uh,
Crowder or DJ Moore? Oh,
let's see. They're playing against
what do you think,
Detroit.
13?
I'm going DJ. I'm going DJ with that one. Looked like he rose from the dead last week. We hopefully that momentum can continue. Hopefully Teddy plays. Then that'll really make it a lot more better, more smoother. Yeah.
Speaking of if Teddy doesn't play, I mean, that will be something with everybody. I'm not sure how I feel about like a Robbie Anderson or starting too many of those wide receivers if Teddy doesn't play.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where Teddy at least has a rapport with some of these guys, and you know the rapport with DJ Moore was just getting better. Like last week
Yeah.
we showed some signs of life. So
Yes.
I hope Teddy's okay because he's fun to see. His story is amazing. He was injured, possibly career ending. He made it back to the Saints, went
Yes.
5-0, and then got that big contract. So I'm rooting
It's a
for the
great.
guy just as a person.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not even
Yeah.
about. Yeah. Agreed.
Ooh, this is an interesting one. This is a pivot, guys.
Do I play Taysom or Cam
Hey,
Newton?
I have that same dilemma.
Do you really?
Yes, with the exception, mine isn't Cam. It's with Kirk Cousins. I was going to ask
Oh.
y'all, like, I mean, let's answer that question.
Taysom
Ooh,
Hill or
Cam
Kirk Cousins or Cam Newton.
Cam
Which one?
Newton. The question that you got. Wow, dang.
I want to
Uh,
let
you
me
know
let me
what?
hit this real quick.
I just want to go with Taysom just for the wow factor and
The thrills.
the potential, and the
You just
rush.
don't know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, you just don't.
Oh
He could be
man,
A
those
wide
wow.
range of outcomes.
Yeah,
13-year gambling man, bro.
I know for real. That's the
No,
fun
I
part
can't
about
do
fantasy
it.
football. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna go Cam Newton. One, the floor, we know what it looks like, so I know what to expect out of him. Two, I think the upside is similar on both ends. Cam Newton can do maybe as much as Taysom, if not more, at the helm. So I think I'm still comfortable going Cam Newton over him.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun if you play Taysom Hill just to see it maybe
Yeah.
win or lose, depending on how he does, which is like
In
you
my
said,
In
the
this
game
question,
fantasy, right?
I'm going Cam Newton for this question, but with Kirk Cousins, because he doesn't throw the ball a lot. Well, he did
yeah.
last week, but generally he's been throwing like, somewhere like 20 passes,
Right.
like
They're more of
I'm
a
gonna go
running.
take
Not
for
enough.
yours, I'm going Taysom Hill,
Okay.
13
Thank.
for you.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Just because
I think it's Taysom
uh
Hill. Let's have some
I,
fun. Let's see what he does.
I think he
Okay.
he throws for one TD at the very minimum and goes for 50 yards rushing, which is, a floor that you can. Kirk Cousins, it looks like that's kind of similar.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going Cam Newton for that question, and then I'm going Taysom Hill for yours.
All right. Bet.
We have another
Yeah.
question here, guys, and it says pick three. So we got Damian Harris, Ronald
Mm,
Jones, Todd Gurley, Dobbins, Jonathan Taylor, or AP. Pick three. So Damian
Um.
Harris, Ronald Jones, Todd. I think
no.
Todd Gurley is definitely in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Damian Harris and Rojo for me, and Todd
yeah,
Gurley. Yeah.
yeah. I wish it's sad because I wish I could say Jonathan Taylor with confidence,
Me
but
too.
at this point, Jonathan Taylor just until he shows that he's going to get more touches,
Right.
I feel like you can safely bench him. So yeah,
Mm.
I'm going Damian Harris, Ronald Jones, and Jonathan Taylor, just like size 13. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against it. Like you said, JT, I'm with you on that, Dave. I wish I could say go him always. I wish he wasn't even a part of the question and people just assume you need to start him. But
Right.
that's not the case.
Ooh, we got another one. This one's interesting. I feel like the same names are coming up though. Balaj, Jamison Crowder, Duke
Hmm.
Johnson, all the players that you can get on
Harris,
the waiver. So it
Geo.
is Duke
Okay.
Johnson, Jamison Crowder, Kalen Balaj, or Geo.
Is that a pick one?
Yep, pick one.
Oh, Kalen. Yeah.
PPR
Yep.
Kalen Ballage, easy. Oh yeah.
against his former team, the Jets, huh? He's scoring a
Exactly.
touchdown. Scoring a
Yes.
touchdown, baby, huh?
Now I
So
love
I
polls.
hope so in my
Who
case.
posted that poll? I want to go
This
vote.
is from A- Active Sportman 3.
All right, I'm going there.
Active Sportman
All
3.
right, next
Thank you for the
question.
question, Active Sportman 3.
There.
And
Okay, I got it.
and just so you guys know, I just clicked on the poll, and it looks like Duke Johnson's winning the poll, but only
Really?
a couple votes. No
Interesting.
one picked.
Okay.
Interesting, yeah,
It's because of the PPR. It's because of the PPR. Geo
yeah,
would have it if it
PPR.
was half or standard, I believe. People see PPR and they're like, oh, it's one of the Johnsons. Let's go with him.
So this one's interesting. Okay, so pick 2 wide receivers in a flex. Okay, I'm definitely going AJ Brown, guys, on this one.
yeah.
Antonio Gibson for sure. So AJ Brown, Antonio Gibson, and I'm going.
Deontay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Deontay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go Robert Woods on Monday Night Football because I like having a guy on Monday Night Football go.
Okay.
Honestly.
I go
But I'm going
AJ and Gibson.
I'm going AJ Gibson, and then it says and a flex, so I guess and a flex.
Yeah. Deontay.
AJ Gibson and I would probably go Deontay Johnson. But they're playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think they're gonna run some touchdowns in. Okay. We got another one, guys. We got Hayden Hurst or Dallas Goedert.
Hayden
Hurst or Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
The
Goddard
Atlanta Falcons fan says Hayden Hurst, easy, baby.
Hell yeah. Dirty birds, baby, all day.
Ooh.
Yeah, the one player that you like to start this season, huh? Just Hurst.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's rough, bro.
It is. Yikes.
It's nice to be a Packer fan because I'm like, it's a Packer, start him.
Oh yeah,
Julio did say they got to get Hayden Hurst going too. Like
they do, man. Yeah,
they got to get him going.
Too bad Julio's not throwing the ball.
And this may be blasphemy, but this is from Fantasy Football Fanatic 10. The question is in PPR,
Gio or Michael Thomas?
Come on, Mike Thomas. Oh yeah. What if Michael?
I think you flip a coin. Flip a coin, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Come on.
You can't make this up, guys. This came in 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, if Mike Thomas is healthy, all the way, dude. Like, not even a question, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna type in here smash Michael Thomas.
Is he a fantasy fan or?
Yeah. Because if
I
anything,
just say Gio to see if he would.
Taysom Hill's going to throw those high percentage passes, those short slants and all that, which is Michael Thomas's forte. So he's not going down the field.
Agreed. It's just funny that we got that question right.
Oh yeah. I mean, no question is crazy. So I don't want to. Yeah. But
no, there is a world where, and this I'm gonna kind of play devil's advocate, is Michael Thomas. He's not full yet. Like he ain't full go, and we're hoping this week we do see him full go.
Hopefully,
he has been subpar. We do know that
with Gio. Yeah, and with Gio, he's gonna get the work, mixing his IR. So I can see a world where you would consider Gio over Michael Thomas.
Fair. I like that.
Okay, guys, we got another question here. It says pick 3. We got Juju, Brandon Cooks, Terry McLaurin, Chris Godwin. I'm going scary Terry McLaurin. I'm going Chris Godwin, and I'm going Juju on the beat. Even though Brandon Cooks is playing his former team, Juju is playing his former team, but I feel like you have to play Terry McLaurin. Chris Godwin's playing on Monday night, and so it comes down to Juju or Brandon Cooks for me. Brandon Cooks is probably going to go against Stephon Gilmore, which X's him out, so I got to go Juju.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I like Cooks, Scary Terry, and Godwin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have to do that too. I'm with 13 on that.
Okay.
Leave Juju out.
Juju. Yeah. Hey, but I feel like Cooks has.
So I have a question.
Higher upside. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. But sometimes you'd rather get more of a sure thing than shoot for the stars and fall flat on your face like Juju had all season.
Yeah, let's face it. Juju hasn't really been the same since AB left. I mean, call a spade a spade, in my
Sad.
opinion.
But his last 3 weeks, he's had a touchdown.
Well, let's start flipping coins and seeing whether he'll get another touchdown. You can't say it like I live in Vegas, right? Roulette. They like to put up. This is the numbers that have hit. It has nothing to do with the next game.
That is
I'm
Exactly.
not
true.
banking on him getting a
Passes the
four
pass, but
TD in a row. So
that is true. I agree with you guys.
I mean, he's
I
getting
agree
the
with
end
you.
zone targets. That's your argument, and
Right.
I wouldn't fight someone if they're like, I'm going to go Juju in this. But at the same time, I'm not banking on that.
Right.
You said you had a question?
I got one. Yeah. Who to flex? James Robinson or T. Higgins?
Ooh. What's the
James Robinson?
This is half PPR.
James.
Half.
TD upside. And it's tough because he is playing the Steelers, but I'm still going James.
If it's PPR, to me, I always go receivers. PPR for me, especially. I don't think James Robinson is he really a pass catching back. I mean, and they play Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh have a good, strong running defense. So I'll go Higgins.
Yeah, right now it's on Twitter, 14 votes. It's 50-50 right now.
Oh, really?
So I like Robinson too.
Okay.
You got work. He's really shown himself to be at least consistent as far as his usage and the yardage, and hopefully he scores a TD for us. We'll see.
Yeah. Came out of nowhere. He's balling.
Fournette leaves and someone like James Robinson comes up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, where's this guy come from? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ooh, guys.
Hopefully Kalen Balaj.
So I have another question as well.
Too much anticipation.
The question is, and I'll stick it on the screen if you like that. Start 2. And it is Will Fuller, Amari Cooper, DJ Chark, Jacoby Myers, 0.5 PPR, pick 2. What are your thoughts, 13?
I'm going Will Fuller, and I'm going to go DJ Chark.
Ooh. And Matty,
I'm going Fuller Myers.
Ooh, I think that's what I was thinking too. But you know what? Will Fuller is going against what? Who are they playing right now? Houston is playing against
New England.
What? New England. So
New England.
I'm scared of Stephon Gilmore, but he can't guard everybody, right? So
yeah, he sure can.
He can't guard everybody. So I'm going Will Fuller for sure. And then I want to go Jacoby Myers for sure, but I think that Amari Cooper bounces back this week. He's been kind of a non-start the last 2 weeks. He did have a couple catches last week, but I'm going to go Amari Cooper and Will Fuller for this week. This is rare. We all have different answers.
Yeah.
that means it was a good question.
That's what makes it great.
Exactly. Dissenting opinions. Awesome. All right, I got another one here. Let me pull it up. Okay, we have. Okay, this is one of those questions where the guy wants to get a little cute, but I'm not gonna tilt you guys either way.
Oh yeah.
He says, "Okay, stupid question, but Nyheim Hines or AJ Brown at flex?"
That is not a stupid question. Actually, that's pretty damn good. I'm hearing sources are saying that Nyheim Hines is going to take over the backfield this week, which he has been the past.
Drip alert, size 13 with the drip. Big drip popping.
You know what? I'm going to make a bold prediction here, and I'm going to go with Nyheim Hines on that one.
Oh my.
Shimmy.
All right, 13. You're spicy this morning. You're spicy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh man.
13
Yeah.
is giving a little salt baby. Like
Yep.
Naeem
So,
Hines.
I
yeah.
do like a little. I do like a little sugar and spice every now and then, but I'm not going to get cute
Absolutely.
with this one. I'm going AJ Brown because he had a week. I'm not even gonna lie. He had a terrible week last week, and I think he bounces back. Ryan Tannehill has to throw the ball down the field to beat Baltimore. They're gonna have to put up some points. So I'm going AJ Brown on this one, but I do like Naheem Hines' upside, especially in catching passes.
Yep. Agreed.
How about you, Matt?
I like both. I like that he has both of these options at flex. I wish I did, but I'm gonna have to stick with that wide receiver, AJ
AJ Brown. Okay. Should we keep it
Brown.
rocking with another question?
Keep going.
Okay.
Well, after this question, do we have any start sits ourselves? Some of the stuff we're
Sure.
going through after this one. Burrows
Joe
or Brady?
Joe Burrow or Tom the Goat Brady?
Hmm. Rams defense, Jalen, Rams rush, that rush attack. I'm going. Dang. I'll go Burrows. I'll go Burrows. Yeah,
Me
Rams
too.
defense is no joke. They're like one of the top defenses in the league, quietly. So I'm gonna go Burrows.
Anybody else have like flashbacks of Kyler Murray in his rookie season with Burrow? Burrow has to throw that ball like 50 times a game.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially
for
when
real.
mixing out.
For real.
It's hard to stay
Yeah,
away from him if he's kind of that cusp. I'd say top or QB2, kind of QB1,
yep.
depending on if his receivers catch. Yeah.
And we
He's
have
throwing.
some breaking news alert. Do you want to go ahead and read that, Matt? From Adam Schefter.
Let me get my specs out. Teddy Bridgewater is active today. Interesting.
So, in case you guys are wondering out there in internet world, in case you're wondering about starting a Robbie Anderson or a DJ Moore, it looks like Teddy Bridgewater is going to go ahead and start and be active. So that is awesome. But what were you guys saying? You said Joe Burrow, and what were you saying, Matt? Sorry to interrupt.
I'm going Burrow. No, yeah, I'm going Burrow because he needs to throw the ball a ton at all times. And because of that, you're going to get some pointage out of him. And he keeps the ball relatively safe. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like half and half whether he throws interception. But when you're throwing the ball upper 30s, 40s, he's throwing the ball week 261 times. And I'm going to go with that because of the usage. Go Burrow.
Sweet.
What do you think, Brett? Come on. He's going to play the
For
host
me,
in the middle? Burrow
no,
or Brady,
honestly,
bro?
I'm gonna go with Goat Brady on Monday Night Football, and the sole reason is Monday Night Football. Tom Brady puts on a show in prime time.
Monday
I
Night
think
Football.
that I think he hits Chris Godwin for a touchdown. I think that Antonio Brown gets a touchdown. I think that he shows a little like of like power on when everybody's watching. He rises to the occasion from time to time, and I think this is one of these times when he rises to the occasion, throws for 3 TDs and 300 yards, fellas. They're gonna have to do it. They can't run against
I think
that Rams
I want
defense.
to rebuttal that. I think the Patriots could get off to an early lead. Or Patriots. What am I saying? The Tom Brady team is going to get off to an early lead, and Damian Harris is going to get the ball. He's going to get all the yardage. They don't need to score anymore, and that's part of the reason why
Rojo,
I think. What?
you said
I'm so confused, bro. Rojo,
you said
Fournette, Damian Harris, all of them are going to get the ball this week. Yeah, and I'm confused between the Patriots and whatever team Brady's on now.
Yeah, Brady's playing the Rams out. Everybody out there in internet world, so it'll be interesting to see how Jared Goff and Tom Brady battle it out. Like Matt was saying, Daryl Henderson or Ronald Jones or Leonard Fournette might get a lot of carries. We'll see what happens. You never know.
No, Damian Harris too up there in New England.
Oh,
Okay.
speaking of Damian Harris, I
My
just got to
goodness,
remind
brain
that
fart.
Sony Michel is out today. He's inactive, so it's going to be a lot of Damian Harris and Rex Burkhead.
Oh.
So I just got that.
Ooh, sweet. That
Yeah.
is good
Do you think
news. He's
we find
inactive.
ourselves in a world where there's actually an RB1 out of the Patriots? Damian Harris taking it full on, or enough full on, I guess, to be an RB1.
With Bill Belichick, he hates our fantasy teams, so it's we can never call it. It's Rex Burkhead seems like he's the goal line back, and it seems like Damian Harris every other play back. You know, as far as I'm concerned, and you got Cam in there who can steal some rushing. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. James White, remember that one season that James White was it last season or the season before? He was lit.
EPR.
Oh, money.
Yeah.
And before him was LeGarrette Blount. Remember that guy?
Touchdowns galore.
Touchdowns, two opposite guys.
Yep. Man, it's crazy.
I'm not even gonna lie though. I'm kind of happy at that Damian Harris news because, as you can see at one of my lineups, I have Damian Harris locked in there as my running back.
Oh, you got. I see you have some New England stack there. You got Cam Newton and Damian. Nice.
Yeah, you know, one of those two people got to score the rushing touchdown, right?
Absolutely.
I got Cam Newton in my main league going.
Nice.
But that's because Dak Prescott's on the IR.
Hey, I have I'll have a bit of a dilemma, a conundrum, as I say. Do we are we going? I have one league where I have Lamar Jackson and I have Cam Newton on the bench. Who would y'all start?
You said you have Cam Newton or Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
I'm going Lamar Jackson this week because he's been kind of like ho-hum, not really like doing anything. And I just think that against, you know, Tennessee, they're a team that can put up some points, you know, as you've shown. I definitely think I think that Lamar Jackson, you have no complaints to him this week. I think that he gets off to a fast start.
I hope so. From your mouth
to
God.
Yeah, I'm with David on it.
Okay. And I just got an alert that Teddy Bridgewater is actually inactive now. Can
what?
Can you back me up on that?
Yeah. 13. Wow. He said he was active. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. It said after initially saying Teddy Bridgewater would be active, the Panthers decided to deactivate him. Wow. Here we go, PJ Walker, huh?
Yeah.
But that's what we were expecting all the
XFL
time.
star.
Like active was just like why? With that knee? Like what? Oh yeah. I'm excited to see a little bit more of PJ and what he can do because if you guys watch any of the XFL, he was the man.
He could run too,
probably
right?
the most valuable. Yep.
Oh.
Probably the most valuable guy in that league.
He was the MVP. Yeah,
he has another shot in the NFL. We'll see.
He was balling.
Really?
Keep an eye on him. Balling. PJ Walker will start. Okay, here we go. PJ Walker show. Walker show.
No Will Greer. Okay, let's go. All right.
No Will Greer.
Well, fellas, I have my little Sunday morning breakfast with the ladies, so I appreciate the time as always. Matt, thanks for getting this going. Size 13, a pleasure, man.
Always.
And internet world out there, looking forward to seeing you guys on the podcast this week. Run Pass Option, and of course a live stream all Sunday morning. So thank you for your time, everybody. I'm signing out.
For sure.
Peace out. Later.
You guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, bye.